Welcome to Out of Lives. www.outoflives.net.
Hello and welcome to Salvage Saturday. I am Adam, and in Hardspace Shipbreaker, each week we're going to be salvaging a ship. We get one ship, one shift of 15 minutes in which to salvage it. So we'll have a work order to complete, and then after that we're just going to want to try and make as much money as possible from the ship as we can. So let's get straight into it. There we go. We're salvaging today a mackerel ship in the cargo configuration. It's called the Celestial Valkyrie. And what do we need to salvage? We need to salvage the reactor, the power cell, and plenty of nanocarbon and other metals. So I always like to start just with the outside of the ship. We've got the antenna here, which we'll send to the barge, which is the green thing down there. That's usually for the kind of reusable pieces. These bright yellow bits are the cut points. That's the bit that you want to saw through with your laser cutter. Yeah, we'll do the same for this one. Easy as that, right? And then we'll use the tethers to send the nacelles, or nacelles, straight down into the barge where they belong. Easy as that. We'll just do the same on the other side. The airlock's here, so we need to come back to this side.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
We'll deal with this first, just to get it over and done with. The inside of the ship is pressurised, so we can't just go cutting straight into it, of course. If we do that, you know, it'll depressurise violently and probably kill us. So now, the more sensible thing to do is go through the airlock and depressurise the ship properly, and then we can start getting, you know, the expensive stuff out, like the reactor. And that is a cargo hatch. If we cut through that, we'll just blow ourselves up at the moment. As I was saying. Oh. This way. Yeah. Gets a wee bit dizzy. There's the airlock control.
Airlock pressure
Turn the
levels
light
dropping.
on. There we go, right. So we're in. Activate the airlock. That'll get us
pressure levels increasing.
inside. Excellent. So that's an O2 canister. We use the object view. That's the power cell there, right in front of us, through that wall. So we'll get that in a second. But what we'll do is,
air pressure level decreasing.
yep, depressurize. And I
Airlock
always
pressure levels dropping.
turn that in case we need to escape the ship in a hurry. That's the reactor there. This is a repair kit. All of our items, like the cutter tool and everything, have durability, so we need that. Right. Now the reactor, when we pull that from its mountings, it'll start to melt down, and it really doesn't take very long for it to go kaboom, so what we want to do is clear a path straight to the barge, which is where it's going. Now fortunately this is a grade 2 ship, you know, so it's not too expensive, and complicated at the moment. So we can just cut this panel away, and that's us. We've got a clear view straight to the reactor, and then to the barge. We use the tether straight down pretty much. Pull it out, and there it goes. And that's us. You know, that's one of the most valuable parts of the ship done. I also like to pull the thrusters out. Obviously, you know, using the systems view here, we can see, you know, the fuel tanks and stuff. They're not really connected to anything, so we don't have much to worry about at the moment. Obviously, as the ships get more complex and the difficulty gets higher, we'll have more to worry about before we can just simply pull these items out. Because you would think that I would have to deal with, you know, like the fuel and stuff like that before pulling it out, or even the power. but that isn't a problem at the moment. So again, we'll just fire that straight down into the there. So that's that sorted.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Now then, if I remember rightly, the power cell was through this wall. Yep, there it is there. Obviously it's electrical, so it's green. And again, that goes to the barge, so we'll just cut this panel away. So we've got a clear view down to the barge once we're dealing with it. In fact, while we're doing this, we'll just do the same for this one here. We need to salvage the nanocarbon and the metal anyway, so we might as well. Just cut the two of them away. Oh, it's a waste of a tether. Alright,
Caution. Tether supplies running low.
Valuable
Yep.
object processed.
we've only got 5 of them left, so that's fine. Alright, again. To get the power cell out, we're going to cut around it using our saw, but this time we're going to, you know, use the split saw instead of just the stinger. That'll cut right the way across. I'm going to flip it over. I'll do the same that way. Because of course we don't want to cut through it and cause a big explosion. Oops. There's the power cell there, right. There we go. And we'll just ping it down there. That's that sorted.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And we'll also fill up our oxygen reserves because we're getting a little low using the tank. Easy as that, really. Right. Now then, to get a load of nanocarbon and metal, I'm going to cut this back section off the ship, and then we'll use the tethers to pull it into the processor, which should hopefully be all we need to finish up our work order with plenty of time to spare. At which point we'll be able to, you know, just have a wee bit of an explore and pull some of the other stuff off the ship. Oh yeah. I want to pull those fuel tanks off as well. I don't want to leave them.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
There we go. That should be that sorted. And it goes. Hey, there we go. Right, so that's our work order complete. Now it's just about salvaging as much value off the ship as possible. The likes of the cargo hatch, again that goes to the barge. Don't just fire it straight off into the processor, which I have done in the past, believe me. By mistake, thinking it's just a regular panel. Again, everything that's kind of reusable just goes straight onto the barge. Alright, we'll just use the tether. Fire it down there, like so.
Tethers depleted.
Yeah, but the good thing is we don't really need any more tethers at the moment. So we'll just start pulling these panels and stuff off and try and get as much value as possible as we can out of the last 5 minutes. And during the last 5 minutes or so of this video, what we'll talk about is just the plans going forward. Hardspace Shipbreaker is in early access on Steam at the moment. it is due to come to consoles and things once it's kind of fully released. I think they're planning on being in early access for about a year. I've seen you know, their kind of blueprint for the content they're expecting to add and all the rest of it. It's looking promising. It's, you know, it's going to get more complicated, more dangerous ships. You know, a lot more variety. They're going to add slowly as things go along, but so far, the key thing I've found is, you know, all the building blocks are here, the basics are all here. Cutting feels good, traversal feels good, the physics-based kind of, the object rendering and everything is pretty good.
5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go. Yep. You know, everything so far has worked well.
Account credit applied.
You know, and I like the fact that the shifts are 15 minutes. When I first discovered that after doing the tutorial, I wasn't sure. But I like it. It's a good balance. It makes it, you know, you can have just kind of bite-sized experience, you know.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Just
Credits transferred.
fire it up and play, you know, a single shift if you want, or you can do a few in a row. Obviously for this ship,
Salvage secured.
we're only
Account
getting
credit applied.
one shift to salvage it. But you do get the option to have more.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So yeah, you get the option to do more than one shift on each ship if you want, and that will obviously come into play a lot more with the more complex ships, where it will take a bit more time and effort to get, like, say the reactor out safely without blowing everything up in the process. You know, you maybe need to spend your first shift of 15 minutes laying the groundwork and pulling things out and salvaging some of the other stuff and cutting panels away and things to make a route so that in the second shift you'll be able to actually pull the reactor out and get it out in time.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
You know, we'll get to all that stuff as we get kind of into it. If you watched my last video, which is just a tutorial, the highlights, you know, I was struggling to get to grips a little with the controls. Yeah, as I said in that video, or maybe I didn't say in the video actually, but you know, there was about 45-50 minutes of footage I spent, you know, in the actual tutorial, just getting to grips with it. Whereas obviously I've done a few ships now, salvage, with the 15-minute kind of time limit.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
You know, and it's very different, it has to be said, it's very different experience compared to the tutorial. But now that I've got the hang of it, I'm really enjoying the controls and the 0G manoeuvring and traversal. And it's not that I didn't enjoy it before, it's just it takes a wee bit of getting used to just being
reserves are low.
in 0G.
Reminder,
That's kind of the...
asphyxiation can lead to mental
Salvage
health.
secured. Account credit applied.
Right. There was only the one oxygen tank in the ship, so now we'll have to go back to the hab area over here. Just speed myself up a wee bit with the grapple, and then brake.
Welcome to Vintage 9000. Thank you.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Yeah. We'll buy some tethers as well, because we're just going to quickly cut some stuff off.
Object not accepted.
All right, Cutter. Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
Yeah, a minute left, so I would really appreciate if you want to get involved. You know, Send me some comments, let me know if you like this video, let me know other ideas for things you want to see, if you've got some stuff you want to try, you want to see me attempt. You know, there's a free play mode, as opposed to just a kind of career where we can try to pull together, you know, just some messing around. I can blow some stuff up for you, you know. Just let me know what you'd like to see me try and
Valuable
the
object
attempts,
processed. Credits
and
awarded.
we'll get to them eventually, you know. There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Well, that is us for today and this week. Next week we'll be back. We'll try a grade 3 ship for the very first time. We'll see how that goes. I'm expecting it to be a bit more complicated. Oh, we destroyed one of the antennas instead of... Whoops. The lights I tend to destroy because, you know, they're attached to the panels. I'm not going to waste my time pulling them off just to, you know, to do that. And then one of the panels I just sent to the wrong place. That's fine. But yeah, 2.3 million credits isn't bad, although we are in a debt of 1 billion credits, near enough. And we'll lose some of that money to fees, which Lynx Corp will levy against us for the audacity to exist. Completing the work orders gets you Lynx tokens, which you can use for upgrades for your equipment, and that's one of the main ways that you progress. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week for Salvage Saturday.
www.outoflives.net